Welcome everybody. This is Racer14 here, and we're just going to show a quick video of us doing some project motor racing, ranked lobbies. You've got choices between ranked lobbies, social, and custom lobbies. And this is the ranked championship, GT4s. This is around Zolder, and we're preparing Zolder for a set of Corsa, and figure we'll give it a try in the GT4 BMW M4GT4 Evo. And since we know feel real comfortable with the track, we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. This is qualifying. Qualifying is 8 minutes, and when we were waiting for the lobby, we waited about 10 minutes to get into the lobby as people were joining us. Usually the turnover between the last race. So we had there was like 6, 7, or 8 people. I think it was as many as 7 people waiting to join this, and there was just 6 when it started doing matchmaking. And by the time they actually finished it, it was only 3 people. It was 3 PlayStation players, and so we didn't have any laps at this track in this car. But so this is the out lap, and this Mercedes is just on my butt. I figured I'll just give him some room and see how it goes. And it was a lot of lag here. I don't know where he was from. I don't think he was in America, because we had a lot of lag. It was really kind of unsettling, because he would just rubber band back into me, and you'll see that during this lap. So getting ready to start our flying lap. We only get about 3 or 4 laps. I think it was 4 laps, and laps were getting better as we went. So again, you can see him rubber banding right there. He was missing this apex big time, and I think that's Shamrock Sims 2 Mercedes. One was with orange trim and one was with blue trim. They were both silver cars. So I think that's who's in front of me. Anyway, so this is how we're still just kind of feel the car out right now. With the setup that I put on this, somebody had loaded some setups in there, and I put them on this car, and I think I went with the high downforce setup. Could have probably gone with the mid downforce. Can't remember now. But we're really worried about like tire pressures, where the pressures are supposed to be. I know there's a target with all tires. There's supposed to be a target. And I know we're low versus ACC, which is around 27 on the Pirelli tire model. I think this is a Michelin tire model. At least it's Michelin stickers on the cars. So anyway, but we weren't running but 20, and I think as high as it got was only 22, maybe 23 or 4. So, and again, this is where he's rubber banding, and right, you see right there. So. Again, we'll just see if we can maybe get past him or do something. I don't know, because we caught back up to him, and this is our second lap. We're still leading. He goes off, and yeah. So he's already got 2 invalid laps, I think. So we're just trying to get a valid lap. It's only 3 cars on the track, so I don't really worry about finishing this race. So, finishing high. We'll kind of win it. We haven't done any ranked. Well, we have done ranked races. I haven't posted any of those videos, but we did the PlayStation only MX5 rounds, and it was like I think it was here at Zolder and Daytona, and we just did Daytona. Where's the other track? Can't remember now. So we've done some ranked lobbies. So we've never really finished a race outside the MX5s though, because it's got kind of brutal. So again, more of that rubber banding. I think at a certain point I'm like, I just gotta like get past him. I can't remember if I let him pass, if I just backed off and let him run away again, or that I just passed him. I can't remember. I think I pass him, or he crashes. One of the two. I think this is where I think I just back out. Yeah, I back out, just get a charge at the finish line, start line. Just get a good clean lap with some gap, because I don't want to get rubber banded into and wreck him and wreck me. Not a good thing. So now we're still second, and we're we're kind of far off. Yeah, we're like sixth, and he goes off, and I'm like, let's just avoid him. So luckily he didn't do anything silly. So that was a hair-raising moment there. But again, now it's just like got 2 minutes left in qualify, so we'll get this lap in one more. Let's just try to put down a good lap. The other guy, I think he bettered his lap a little bit. No, he's at 38 flat. No, 38.8, I think. Or 6, I can't tell. It's real small. Anyway, the car feels real good over these chicanes right here. It's not like ACC where you'll just launch yourself off that. Definitely in a GT3 car. Feels real good. But again, the car's really kind of spongy. It does turn. I think if the tire pressure's better, I think it would feel a little bit better. It might turn a little sharper. So anyway, keep going. We know we're up on our lap. We're going to get a better lap. Can we get better than the guy at pole position right now? Again, getting more comfortable with the car. It feels real good. So feeling better, I should say. It feels real good. It feels better. Just trying to
session ends in 1 minute.
Hit consistent brake markers so we can get hit the apexes right. So and there we are. We're slightly better, but not much better. We're in a 38.5, and he's in a 37.7. So so now this is our last attempt to just hit it all. So I'll let you watch it.
End of session. Checkered flag this lap. We're top of the board on pace right now.
So there's that was pole position. So yeah, felt really good. It's a good doing ACC. It makes it a little easier to transfer over. I can kind of play with it. Yeah, so we got Sidubu, whatever, from Britain, and Shamrock Sims. He's here in America, so he's got some really bad internet. Might need to have that looked at. Car feels. There's certain. I like the way that they do the delta at the top, and you can rearrange everything on your HUD. You can move all the stuff around. And there's the Curse livery, the Bilstein Broadbent Super GT, Misha Sheridan, and Manuel Metzger, Manny, their car from the NLS series. So it's one of the custom liveries that are available. So yeah, we're trying to. The starts are interesting, and we nail a start. We really got it. We really nailed it. So I'll watch the first couple turns. So yeah, so I got thumped pretty good, and he waited up. I think he waited up, or they just had damage, and so the guy that really didn't get a lap, and now he's in the lead. So I don't know what the damage, if the damage was on or not, but the car didn't feel great, and I guess he did. He must have gotten damage because he went off the track right after that. That was the reason for that. But yeah, the car. It had a weird feeling. It was like a shake to it, and the noise. It didn't sound good. Like it took a pretty good shot to the side, but it shouldn't have affected anything. It was right in the door. But anyway, so now it's just trying to get the tires up to temperature, and it's like we almost got a 6 second gap to the guy in front, and now it's just concentrate, try to make sure the car doesn't really have damage. You can drive through it. Again, get the tires up to temperature and just start hitting your brake marks and hitting apexes. So let's just see how it goes, because we want to chase him down. That's it's just where we're going to catch him at. So. And can we do it cleanly? So it's hard to feel good with this first turn, but I'm still kind of missing the apex. A little bit apprehension, maybe more so from the Assetto Corsa and the GT3 cars. But this the physics in this game are not bad, but there's certain little tricks that are kind of arcadey that you can really overdrive this car, and it doesn't want to oversteer, so you can kind of like almost drift it around turns if you want to, or you can just try to drive it normal like you're supposed to, and it still more natural that way. But I think it's slower versus the guys that are kind of like using the exploiting the physics. So, and another thing is the track limits were pretty generous. I didn't notice any warnings, track limits violations that I got. So, yeah, that turn, that little back straight there, you got to brake a little early because you're coming downhill. Feels like it's downhill, and you got to brake early to make that apex. And this is always tricky right here. You don't want to let the car drift over to the right too much. You'll hit the grass, and then you'll probably crash or spin off.
You've got the fastest lap right now. Nice work.
Put the fastest lap.
To the lead now. Keep pushing hard and close up.
We put the fastest laps in. So the guy in third, I don't know if he's really damaged or if he pitted or what he did, but he just kept falling back further and further. I think he eventually stabilized at about 30 seconds back by the end of the race. So he wasn't concerned. Right now we got the half the gap to the leader here. So yeah, I really wasn't concerned about not catching him, because he was very sloppy. I was more worried about the rubber banding, and here's where he almost went off, and I don't want to pressure too quickly. We got a lot of laps left. We're on lap 3. We got 7 more laps left. So, but I was more concerned of him rubber banding back into me, like there. So it was just keep going and see if we could get. I don't want to be right behind him when I make a pass. I want to try to get alongside him so that if he jumps backwards, so that I won't be right behind him, because it just keeps happening. So again, tire pressures, they come up, they're about 25 or 26 in the rear, which makes it handle better. So I think that the tire pressures probably need to be over 27. So you gotta watch the track temp and the ambient temps like you do in any other game. So the tire pressures are really important. But the setup felt pretty good, and then this Mercedes is pretty nice. I think it's a pretty good car for this track at least. It's just say this guy's he's struggling to find his apexes. I don't know if he's on controller or he's got a wheel. Doesn't really matter. So, and then I start to concern myself if I'm being too cautious, and I'm just going to let him. I'm going to make a mistake, and then he keeps dead right here. That chicane was really catching him out. It caught him out in a qualifying too. So, but that's one thing with this game. You don't have any practice. There's no practice. You go right into qualifying. So if you want to do this race, you want to get some practice in. If you can replicate. So here's I got a chance. You see him lagging a little bit, and so I'm just like I'll just back out and give him some space. Try to race clean. And here I found myself at, oh gosh, he's gonna lag right back into me, and maybe I should have just passed him, stuffed a bad pass. I think I'll just wait for here. It's that right there. I should not have. Right there it is again. Really unnerving. Yep, there almost again. So it's so here's our pass, our main pass. We tried to give him space, and we did, but I don't think I gave him enough space. But he could have backed out. So I don't think that was a bad pass. It's necessary. So I didn't touch him, but might have pinched him off a little bit. So and now this is pretty much the end of the race. So watch the laps as we go down, and we'll come back at the end.
Race is halfway over. Holding your lead well. The car in second isn't gaining on you. Doing really well out there. You're pulling a gap. Keep it up. One more lap. Stay focused.
So yeah, we're on the last lap, and put in a pretty decent lap for our fastest lap. We got close to our pole lap, I think, about the same, 36s. So yeah, we had a few little moments, but for the most part, it was after we made that pass for the lead, it was just don't make a giant mistake. But we have a Shamrock's down 2 laps, like he just fell right off, and then Cerebru, whatever his name is, he's 24 seconds behind us, so he started putting in some good laps. I don't know what his best lap was. Doesn't really matter. Not really relevant. So I wanted to save the replay just so I could watch.
Fastest on track, mate.
Watch the. So yeah, he put in some good laps. He was a couple tenths, 3 tenths behind me on this fastest lap. So he was getting close. So, but I wanted to save the replay to see what happened in the beginning, whether the Shamrock guy hit the other guy into me. Yeah, it was a good race. Yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. Yeah, PMR. It's not horrible. So it's getting better every update. So maybe at some point we can move over some other stuff into this and get some leagues going on it. It's got some good chance of some stuff on it.